Hi, we're going to do the May 11th date of the packet. So it's Monday for me. You might be on a different day if you're a day or two ahead or behind. Today's a fairly easy packet. There's not a whole lot to it. So it won't take us too long today to go through it. So make sure you're getting that time in reading. That's really important. And since the packet itself isn't that long, you definitely want to spend that little extra time. All right, so what we're going to do today is we're going to reread two of the texts we read last week. We have Shapes in the Clouds and the Sun. In a little bit, we're going to write about one of those texts. So we need to reread those first. So turn back in your packet to the ones from yesterday and the day before. So we're going to start with Shapes in the Clouds. So take a moment, turn back to Shapes in the Clouds, because it's been a couple days since we have read that one. Or you can just read along with me if you can see the words. Shapes in the Clouds. Sam dropped the ball near Mom and frowned. Kurt didn't come. Can we go home? Sam asked. Mom said, okay, but first let's look at the clouds. Sam nodded and sat down. He liked finding shapes in the clouds. I see a bird, Mom said. Sam saw it too. The cloud looked like it had wings. I see a boat with 2 oars, Sam said, and now it's turning into a race car. Sam smiled. He felt better. This was just as much fun as football. So I want you to think about what you liked about this story. And we're going to be looking at the other story, and then we're going to be writing about the one we liked best. So once you've done that, turn to the story, The Sun. You'll have to turn back to for a couple days. And we're going to reread this story, and then you're going to choose the one that you like the best. So either if you haven't found it in your packet, you can read along with me if you can see the words. The Sun. The sun is a star, a huge, hot, shining ball of gases. Earth and the other planets in our solar system orbit around the sun. The sun is very important. Without it, there would be no life on Earth. Living creatures on Earth depend on energy from the sun. We need the heat and the light. Plants use sunlight to make food. Then they grow and give off oxygen. People and animals breathe the oxygen and eat the plants. So before we do our writing, I see on our schedule that we're going to be looking for some words. And then we're going to be adding some endings to those words. So the first word we're going to look for is the word find. Let's see. It could be in either one of the stories. Do you see the word find? I don't see it in this one, so it must be in the other one. So I'm going to turn back to Shapes in the Clouds. Let's see if we can find it. Oh, I see it. So let's write the word find. Now this would be the base word, find. Sometimes we call it the root word. It's the smallest part of the word. You can also add endings to the word to use it in different ways in different sentences. So I find the shape in the cloud. Sam finds the shape of a boat in the clouds. They are finding shapes in the clouds. And then we have, it's an irregular verb. So to do it in the past, you would do found. So find, finds, finding. And then when it changes to past tense, it becomes found. Another word we're going to look for is turn. And I see the base word turn right here. So we're going to write turn And just like find, we can add endings to the words to use them in different ways in the sentences. The earth will turn. The earth turns in its orbit. All the planets are turning in their orbits. And then the past tense of turn would be turned. So it has the ed ending that says d. So turn, turns, turning, and turned. Okay, let's see. I think we want to go to this page now for this one. Let's see. Shine. That's the one we're looking for. So now I'm going to write shine. The sun will shine in the sky. The sun shines in the sky. Then now when we add ing, because it has a silent E on it, we're going to get rid of the silent E. We're just going to drop it. We don't need it. And we add our ending. So see, now we don't have that E anymore. And it says shining. The sun is shining in the sky. And to show it happened in the past, we just add a D to the word because it already has an E there. Shined. The sun shined brightly yesterday. All right, and one more is live. So we're going to write live. We live on earth. He lives on earth. Now, just like shining, when we get to the ing, we're going to drop the E because we don't put a silent E on it there. Drop the E and add your ing. That's because EI would make a different sound. Living. No E on it, and it says living. We are living on earth. And to show it happened in the past, just like with shined, because it already has an E on it, you just add the D. And then you have live, lives, living, and lived. So that is our reading for today. So I'm going to keep the magazine open because we're going to use this for our writing. So for our writing, it says, this week you read Shapes in the Clouds and the Sun. Which did you like best? Draw and write to tell why you liked it. So which story, when we read it, did you enjoy the most? Did you like the sun? Or did you like Shapes in the Clouds? Because usually there's one you enjoy more than the other. Some people like fictional stories with characters and events. Some people like learning about things when they read, so they might have enjoyed the sun more. I think for mine, I'm going to pick Shapes in the Clouds. And you'll find out why in just a moment, because now I'm going to write about it. So you don't actually need to have your magazine, your packet open to those stories anymore. So let's turn to the writing. So you're going to write which one you liked the best. So I'm going to write, I liked. So your sentences are all going to start the same no matter which one you picked. I liked. Then you're going to tell, I liked the sun best. But I'm going to write, I liked Shapes in the Clouds the best. And I'm going to capitalize the important words in the title. Which if you notice on your map, they capitalize those for you. So you can just look back to here when you're writing your title. And I like Shapes in the Clouds best. All right, so tell which one you liked the best. I liked the sun best. I like Shapes in the Clouds best. Whichever one you like best. Then you should tell why did you like it? I'm going to say I liked it. Why? There's that word, sight word, because, which we've learned. I liked it because. Why did I like it? Because it can be fun to look for shapes in the clouds. So I wrote, I liked it because it can be fun to look for shapes in the clouds. All right. I want to add, maybe I'll give an example of a shape you can find in the clouds. So I'm going to say, I have seen, I've seen animals in the clouds. One time I saw a cloud that looked just like a shark. So I have seen animals in the clouds. So let's read the whole thing to make sure it makes sense, because sometimes we make mistakes, and if you read out loud, you'll catch your mistakes. I liked shapes in the clouds best. I liked it because it can be fun to look for shapes in the clouds. I have seen animals in the clouds. So then maybe for my picture, I'll draw a picture of myself and my kids, like standing down here. And then I'll draw clouds that are kind of in the shape of different things. So like if I do, I'll draw a cloud and it's kind of like this. Remember, because I said I saw one that looked like a shark. So we were, actually I'll draw this over here. So here we are, and we're looking for shapes. I'm going to say, look, a shark. So I'll draw one that's a shark. Maybe I'll draw a cloud that looks like something else too. So kind of draw what it is. If you wrote about the sun, make sure you tell that you like the sun the best. What is it you liked? Maybe something you learned from it that you thought was interesting. So you do your writing. You don't want to totally copy mine. You can use mine as an idea if you also like shapes in the clouds. So once you've done your writing and you've done your picture, you'll be done with the writing today, because there is no grammar page today. So you won't have to do any grammar today. That's why I said the packet's a little easy today. All right, so we're already ready to move on to our math. So for our math warm-up, we're going to make a number, and we have done this activity, so it is not a new activity for us. So our number today is 8, and they gave us our 2 examples, 12 minus 4. Let's count up and see if that actually equals 8 and see if they did that correctly. So we go 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. And does that equal 8? I have 8 fingers up. So yes, that one did. And then we have 5 plus 3. So 5 plus 3. Did that equal 8? That also equals 8, right? I have 8 fingers up. So now we're going to find more ways. And you want to try to get some subtraction ones. And then some of you can come up with some really good ones. And we also maybe want to have some addition. So we want to do both. So I like to start with 10. I just think that's easy. And so I'm going to start with 10. I'm going to count down until I have 8 fingers up. So I'm going to go 10. And then we're going to go 9, 8. And how many fingers do I have up? 8. How many did I put down? 2. So I'm going to do 10 minus 2. So 10 minus 2 equals 8. All right, then we're going to look for an addition one. So in my head right away, I came up with a doubles fact. So if I do 4 plus 4, does that equal 8? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Because I know there's a doubles fact of 4 plus 4. All right, so now what your challenge is going to be is to figure out 4 more ways that you can come up with 8. Try to come up with at least one subtraction and then some addition ones. This is a good time where if you do want to bring out counters, you can do those counters. And that would be bring out the beans or pieces of cereal or whatever to help you figure out different combinations. Some of you probably already have some in your head. So you can either pause the video and find yours now, or just finish this one at the very end of the video. All right, so one last thing, and that is using the number line to add, which we did on the last video. So the only thing different we're going to do today is we're not going to circle the numbers. That's because they only gave us one number line, and if we circle the numbers, we're going to get really confused really quick because we'll have all these numbers circled. So we're going to do, I think we'll do about half the sheet together, and then you will do the other half on your own. So just like yesterday, we have 3 plus 4. So this time we're going to put our finger on the biggest number, on the 4. Then we're going to do 3 jumps. So you want to make sure you do 3 jumps. And remember, we're going to go this way because when you add, your numbers get bigger. So we go 4, and then we're going to 3 jumps. Whoops, 4 right there. It helps to start on the right number. 3 jumps. 1, 2, 3. And what number did I stop on? 7. So 7 is the sum. 2 plus 9. So we start at 9, and then we're going to do 2 jumps. So count with me. 1, 2. And where did we stop? 11. All right. 1 plus 8. Where do we start? 8. And how many jumps? 1. Ready? 8, 1. And where are we at? 9. And 1 plus 8 is 9. 7 plus 3. So we start at 7. And how many jumps are we going to do? 3. Ready? Here we go. 1, 2, 3. And we are at 10. All right, let's do 2 more together, and then I'll have you do the rest on your own. 6 plus 1. So we start at 6. We do 1 jump. 1. And we end up on 7. So we write 7. And remember, when we write our problems vertically, our answer goes down below the line. 8 plus 3. Start at 8. How many jumps? 3. So let's do 3. 1, 2, 3. And where do we end up? On the 11. And it's helpful if you do these with me as I do them and you're moving on the number line. It will help you when you do the rest of them on your own. So 1 plus 9. So put your finger on the 9, and then we're going to do 1 jump. Ready? 1. And where do you end up? On the 10. So we're going to write 10 right here. So now I'm going to challenge you to do the rest of these on your own. Don't forget to do the other page, finish up those last couple, find different ways to do 8. And then tomorrow we'll be moving on to a new topic. So we've been reading about space, but tomorrow we're going to start a new topic. So I'm excited to do a new topic with you. So thank you for learning with me today, and we will see you tomorrow. Bye.